The European Quartet is a project of joint tourist promotion in overseas markets of the Czech Republic, Hungary, Poland and Slovakia. These four neighboring countries have always been a part of civilization that shares common historic roots and traditions. They have similar cultural and intellectual values. Architecture, music, food and landscapes are those distinguishing features that bind them together. Their capitals are vibrant cities with astonishing architecture. The capital of the Czech Republic is a magical city of bridges, cathedrals, gold-tipped towers and church domes. It has been mirrored in the surface of the swan-filled Vltava River for more than 10 centuries. Since the Middle Ages, Golden Prague has been known as one of the most beautiful cities in the world, with a vibrant cultural life that keeps travelers busy for days. The capital of Hungary is truly a city of thousand faces, a hive of top-class music and art, with one of the world's best opera houses. The majestic castle of Buda, the unique design of the parliament, world-famous baths or the first metro line of the continent are just a few highlights the city has to offer. Worth checking is also the city's nightlife. The capital of Poland is a vivid modern city where the old coexists in harmony with the new. Its old town was totally devastated during the Second World War, but its inhabitants heroically rebuilt it from ashes. This effort was rewarded by UNESCO, which put it on the World Cultural and Natural Heritage list. Warsaw is also the most green European capital. Parks constitute 23% of its area. The capital of Slovakia is the country's political, cultural and economic center. It is a charming city that lies on hills on both banks of the Danube River. It borders Austria and Hungary and is the only national capital that borders two independent countries. The European Quartet has plenty to offer to the admirers of rich cultural heritage. In the Czech Republic, the must-see are the medieval city of Český Krumlov, called the romantic pearl of South Bohemia, which enchants visitors with UNESCO-protected city centre lying around Krumlov Castle and Chateau complex dating back to the 16th century. Brno, which boasts a true architectural jewel, functionalist Villa Tugendhat designed by the German architect Ludwig Mies van der Rohe. The Pilsen brewery, open to visitors, which is linked with the world-famous bottom-fermented pale lager beer that became the prototype for all others and is named Pilsner Urquell after the city. In Hungary, one should visit Visegrad, where the mountains force the Danube to turn southward, forming the Danube Band, which offers probably the most beautiful panorama in the country. The picturesque little town of Szentendre, still on the Danube Band, is a favorite place of artists and visitors alike. Down in the south, Pez has a real Mediterranean atmosphere due to its climate, flora and narrow, rambling streets. Fetrod is often referred to as the Hungarian Versailles. Joseph Haydn lived and worked here in the palace of the Esterházy family. In Poland, the must-see are Krakow, Poland's former royal capital and one of the most attractive spots on the tourist map of Europe. It is famous for its priceless historical monuments of culture and art, such as Wawel Royal Hill with the castle and cathedral, the Old Town with the biggest medieval market square in Europe, and St. Mary's Church with the largest Gothic wooden altar in Europe, and the Czartoryski Museum, which houses the famous Leonardo da Vinci's Lady with Ermine. Gdańsk. Its former wealth as a powerful commercial Baltic port can be seen today in its wonderful Gothic architecture and art collection. Wrocław, chosen the capital of culture for 2016, attracts tourists with its enchanting romantic old town and one of the largest panorama paintings in Europe. The panorama of the Battle of Racławice, 15 meters high and 120 meters wide. The places to visit in Slovakia are Trnava, which in the 13th century became the first free royal town and the center of church administration. Levoka, another medieval town with an eventful history and St. James Church dated from the 14th century, which houses the highest Gothic altar in the world. Košice, town with a rich historical past and numerous Gothic buildings. Among them is St. Elizabeth's Cathedral, one of the most beautiful Gothic cathedrals in the world. Numerous sites registered on the UNESCO World Cultural Heritage List can be found throughout the countries of the Visegrad Group. In the Czech Republic, these are the previously mentioned Český Krumlov as well as Kutná Hora, where silver mines can be visited and traces of its former glory can be seen at almost every step, including the monumental cathedral consecrated to St. Barbara. When in Kramjezish, visit the Archbishop's Chateau, which hides the second world largest collection of medals and coins, or walk through Baroque chateau garden with remarkable fountains. Lednice-Waltice complex, so-called Versailles of Moravia, is made up of extensive romantic landscape with two beautiful chateaux, Lednice and Waltice, chateau gardens, pavilions, fountains, parks and fish ponds. Bohemian Paradise. Only 50 kilometers northeast of Prague, you will find Bohemian Paradise, the famous Czech geopark ranked in the UNESCO network for its rock cities, unique sandstone rocks and rock formations. Hungary is proud to boast 8 World Heritage Sites: the fascinating early Christian cemetery of Pes, the traditional little village of Haloko, the Benedictine monastery of Pannonhalma, which is as old as Hungary, the caves of Aktelek and Slovak Karst, which form the largest cave system of Central Europe. Hartobagi is the largest continuous natural grassland in Europe. Lake Ferto is westernmost example of the Eurasian steppe lakes. And let's not forget the region of Tokaj, the land of the famous Tokaj Ashur, the king of wines and the wine of kings. The ninth treasure is a cultural one, Hungary's living tradition, the Busoyaras at Mohawks masked end of winter carnival custom. Poland is proud to have 13 sites on the UNESCO World Cultural and Natural Heritage List. These are the old towns of Warsaw, Kraków, Toruń, Zamość, Malbork Castle of the Teutonic Order, the biggest brick castle of Europe, Wieliczka salt mine, the oldest European salt mine in continuation since the 13th century, a trail of old wooden churches which is unique in Europe, churches of peace in Jawor and Świdnica, Centennial Hall in Wrocław, Kalwaria Zebrzydowska, Murzaków Park landscape formation and Białowieża Forest, Europe's last natural woodland untouched by man. Slovakia's UNESCO sites are Rukolinec, unique medieval compound with original folk buildings which remained untouched by modern construction. Bardejov, often called the most Gothic of towns in Slovakia. Banská Štiavnica, a former mining town, is one of the most beautiful and interesting from the historical point of view towns in Slovakia. Its historical compound consists of 360 structures. The Mausoleum of Hatam Sofer in Bratislava is a unique monument in Slovakia. The mausoleum is a component part of the former Jewish cemetery from 1670–1847. In terms of religion, the region is not homogeneous. You can discover the rich religious and cultural heritage of Czech cathedrals, churches, monasteries, and a range of pilgrimage sites. Velehrad in Moravia, Harnell House at Sedlec, Church of St. John of Nepomuk at Ždár nad Sázavou, Infant Jesus of Prague, St. Vitus Cathedral at Prague Castle. The Jewish town in Prague, Josefov, or Jewish quarter in Třebíč, can enchant you with their authentic atmosphere. A Basilica of St. Stephen in Budapest. It's the largest church in Budapest, opened by the Austrian Emperor Francis Joseph in 1906. The church attracts pilgrims from all over Europe and it holds the most revered relic for Hungarian Catholics, which is the mummified right hand of St. Stephen. The Central Synagogue in Budapest, the largest functioning synagogue in Europe and the second largest in the world. Its stunning architecture makes it a must-see during your visit to Budapest. Poland's 100 years of Christianity resulted in a great number of religious sanctuaries, predominantly Roman Catholic. The most important of them is the Pauline monastery of Jasna Góra in Częstochowa, which houses the blessed icon of Black Madonna, also called the Queen of Poland. Followers of other faiths also have their sanctuaries and destinations of pilgrimages: the Eastern Orthodox at Garbarka, the Protestants at Karpacz, Wisła and Cieszyn, and the Muslims at Bohoniki in Kruszyniany. In Slovakia, the Jewish cemeteries, together with the preserved synagogues, are the last physical evidence of the intense religious and social life of the Jewish communities. Worth visiting is the mausoleum of a world-renowned Rabbi Hatam Sofer in Bratislava. All 4 European Quartet countries have a lot to offer in spa and rehabilitation. Some would call it sheer luxury, but Czechs know that the spa tradition is a necessity. Czech spa towns were founded in the vicinity of natural resources with therapeutic effects such as mineral waters, peat, mud or climate. Nowhere else in the world will you find such a concentration of healing springs as in the West Bohemian Spa Triangle, made up of Karlovy Vary, Marianskie Lázně and Františkovy Lázně. In Hungary, the abundance of thermal and medicinal springs is amazing. Budapest is a capital city with the biggest number of thermal water pools among all European capitals. In the famous spa town of Heves, near Lake Balaton, lies the biggest thermal lake in Central Europe, whose healing qualities have been known since the Roman times. Poland offers over 200 spas and 40 health resorts located in all regions. Thanks to the abundance of different kinds of mineral waters, hydrotherapy treatments are widely used, along with drinking therapeutic waters and mud. Very popular are also salt caves. The biggest natural salt cave, which offers a great range of treatments, is the unique and world-famous Wieliczka Salt Mines Rehabilitation and Therapy Center, located 135 meters underground. The mine is a UNESCO site too. In Slovakia, the most visited health and spa resorts are located in Pieszczany, Trencianskie Teplice, Štrbské Pleso and Bardejov. Shopping in the Czech Republic is easy. You don't need to divide sightseeing and shopping, as Czech treasures, Bohemian glass and crystal, Czech garnets, wooden toys and marionettes are to be found at every street corner. In Hungary, you will probably like to buy the delicious Hungarian foodstuffs, such as salami, including the ubiquitous pig brand, paprika, used Hungarian classic dishes, such as goulash. In Poland, each big city has several modern shopping centers, which are open 7 days a week until 10 p.m. Shopping in Slovakia is most convenient in malls, which are present in every big city. Most of them are in Bratislava. Cuisine is also a part of a nation's culture. Here is what you can indulge in the European Quartet countries. In the Czech Republic, be fascinated by the wide array of flavors. Dumplings, made from potatoes or bread, are a mainstay of Czech cuisine. Sirloin in cream sauce, roast pork with sauerkraut and dumplings, potato or garlic soup are the most popular dishes. Czechs are very proud of their beer. Mug of Pilsner Urquell is a must on your itinerary. The Hungarian cuisine is unique, spicy and delicious. You must taste the famous Hungarian goose liver pate, great goulash, hearty soups, for example, the spicy fish soup and a glass of Tokai Ashu wine or a soul-burningly strong shot of palinka. Typical Polish dishes contain a lot of meat, including game, as well as fish and mushrooms. The most famous dishes are bigos, cooked cabbage and sauerkraut with meat, cabbage leaves stuffed with meat, and pierogis, dumplings with different stuffings. A shot of vodka to digest the abundant dishes. Slovakia's most popular dishes are bryndzové halušky, potato pancakes fried in oil with garlic and flour,